ကြီးကိုအပတ်တရားလည်းဖြစ်အောင်ဘုဟုတုတလည်းဖြစ်အောင်ရှမ်းပြည်ရဲ့တိတ်အစောပတ်အနာဂတ်ညှော်မှန်းချက်ကိုပေါ်ထုတ်ထားတဲ့ presentation လေးဖြစ်ပါတယ်
ဒီဖက်ဒရယ်ယူကိုအားနေတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်တော်စုမှာဒီစံတိုင်းမှာတယောက်ရဲ့သူ့ရဲ့ခံစားချက်တွေကိုကြည့်ပြီးခံစားရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
Generation Z ရဲ့ opinion
ဟုတ်ပါတယ်သူတို့ရဲ့အတွေ့အကြုံအမြင်တွေကဖက်ဒရယ်ကိုဘယ်လိုပါမလဲဆိုတာတော့သူဝေပြမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့
Can I request to turn the light down a little bit? Turn the light down. Turn the light.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a brief description of what our next program is. First is a presentation from my colleague from Shan State, Billy. These presentations will demonstrate the past, the present, and the future, and our hope for Shan's people. This will be followed by 2 songs, followed by the dance. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the program.
Hi everyone. My name is Billy, and I came from Manchester, and I'm here to represent the UK Shan State Society. So I would like to first start off with the greetings in Shan. So today I would like to talk about the Shan State, about the history of the Shan State, the revolution, and the oppression under the military junta, and what we Shan people hope for in the future. I'd like to first introduce about the Shan State, where it's located, and how big it is. So Shan State itself is a vast land. It covers 155,000 kilometers square, and it is the largest state of Burma. And it is located in the east of the country. And it borders with Yunnan province in the north, Laos to the east, and Thailand to the south. So I'm from the north. The capital of the Shan State is Dongji, which is located in the south of the state. And the 2 other largest cities include Lashio and Guangdong. So like I said, the 2 other largest cities are Lashio and Guangdong, and I'm from Lashio, and I was born and raised there. So Shan State is home to the most ethnic Shan or Thai people who are closely related to Thai and Lao people, and we speak similar languages to Thai and Lao. And other ethnic groups live there as well, which include Akar, Kachin, Lahu, Lisu, Pala, Pa'o, Tanu, Wa, and Golban, etc. So a little bit about the history of Shan State. So after the fall of the Mongol Empire of the Shan state, many princely states were ruled by the Zhaofa, or as we call them, princes, separately. In Burmese, we call them Sorbonne. In 1885, after the annexation of Burma into the British Empire, the Shan Zhaofa were separately recognized as sovereign rulers. That is until 1922, when the Shan principalities were united as federated Shan states under the British rule. And also so from then on, in 1946, following the World War II and the Burmese independent movement, which was aimed within 1 year, the first Bandung Conference was held in March with the formation of Supreme Council of the United Burma People in November. So in this one, I would like to talk a little bit about how Shan National Day has come about. So the unity of the Shan Zhaofa and the people's representative of the federated Shan states were brought on the 7th of February in 1947 at Bandung. And following that, the Shan National Anthem and Shan National Flag were agreed upon. So as you can see, this is the Shan National Flag. And it was decided that the 7th of February will be celebrated as the Shan National Day every year because of those reasons. And from then on, it led to the Bandung Conference, the second Bandung Conference, which we now know as the Bandung Conference, where the Bandung Agreement was reached. In this Bandung Agreement, equal rights of the ethnic people and the Burmese were agreed upon, and also the right of self-administration for all autonomy was recognized for the Shan and Karenni, and autonomous status for Kachin and Chin areas as well. So this is, following that, so assassination of General Aung San and the interim cabinet, including Chao Samtun of Melbourne, occurred. So the terms agreed at the Bandung Agreement were not brought into fruition. And 1947 Union Constitution of Chapter 10 provides the right for the frontier regions, including the Shan, to secede from the Union after 10 years. But this was not brought by. So the dream for the true federal union and the democracy in Burma was ended in 1962 when General Lenin staged the coup. So does anyone know who this is? You might be wondering. This is actually the picture of Chao Samtun of Melbourne. And next picture, please. This is the President Chao Shui-tai of Nongshie. He was the first president of Burma. So like I said before, the Bandung Agreement, the terms in the Bandung Agreement was not brought into fruition. So the Shan people were actually disappointed on this, and this can be seen in this song, which is written by Dr. Sai Kam Lek and sung by Sai Song Mong in 1970s. So following this, the Shan resistance was brought by. A little bit about it is that it started with the Kuomintang forces pouring into the Shan states through the border of China in 1950, and this led into the dispatchment of the military into the Shan state. And there was militarization in the regions where Kuomintang forces are not even present. With this increased militarization, there were rape cases, lootings, mass shootings, wanton killings, forced labors, and human shields, and using them as the mine detectors. These were all common. So Shan resistance movements because of these disappointments, frustrations have come about in 1958 as non-Sirhan movement by several Shan students, activists from Rangoon University. The federal movement was also led by the Shan state government in 1961 to 1962, and this has become a threat to General Nehru, and this has led to the coup in March 1962 and arrested the prominent leaders of the ethnic groups. And following the coup, the Shan resistance became stronger and scattered movements were united as one into the Shan State Army in 1964 by the Mahadiri of Nyangtre. So when I was talking about the increased militarization in the Shan State, this is the data that they have collected as of 2002. This could change, this could have increased, but this is the data that collected in 2019. So, with this, during the military regime, there were a lot of oppressions by the junta. Over several decades, the various ethnic resistance movements were operating in the Shan state, and it's not just Shan alone, but other ethnic groups were involved as well. With increased military presence to suppress the resistance, civilians were caught in the fight and results in multiple displacements. Large-scale anti-insurgency campaigns were targeted against the civilian to prevent the villagers from harboring and supporting the resistance groups. Torture, extrajudicial killing, use of villagers as human shields, supporters, and shellings of civilian targets, lootings, raids, these were all common. The largest and the most intensive forced relocation program was carried out in 1996 to 1997 in central Shan State, and this led to over 300,000 people from 1,400 villages, forcing them from their homes into relocation sites where nothing was provided for them. And also, urbanization was a big problem because ethnic languages were not encouraged and they were not allowed to be taught under the military regime. And due to the war, the civilians lost their rights to their livelihood, the right for their education, and basic human rights as well. And the fight is not just between the military and the ethnic groups' armies, but also there are fights between the ethnic armed organizations as well, which is still present today, and this was all because of the military's divide and rule tactics. So this is a quote that I collected from Shan Women's Action Network, and as you can see, education is no longer important for the people anymore because livelihood is to survive is more important than to gain their education. And so here's a little report from 2002. This report is called License to Rape, and it is a joint report by the Shan Human Rights Foundation and the Shan Women's Action Network, and documented 173 incidents of rapes and other forms of sexual violence involving 626 girls and women committed by Burmese army troops in the Shan state, mostly between 1996 and 2001. The report shows that the military regime is allowing its troops systematically and on widespread scale to commit rape, to terrorize and subjugate the ethnic people of the Shan.
ကျေးဇူးများတင်ပါတယ်အမောင်လေးဒီနေ့ညီညွတ်မှပဲတို့ရဲ့အိမ်ကြီးချင်းတွေตายရမယ်ညီညွတ်မှပဲတိုင်းပြည်ตายရမယ်ညီညွတ်မှပဲဒီကမ္ဘာလုံးငြိမ်းချမ်းမှုကိုရရှိ မှာပါအဲ့တော့ဒီထောင်စုနေ့အမှတ်တရတို့တွေညီညီညွတ်ညွတ်နဲ့ဆက်ပြီးတော့ဒီထောင်စုနေ့ခန်းနာကိုကျင်းပသွားမယ်နော်ကျော်ပြီးစီစဉ်ပါကိုထွန်းကျော်
Hello ခုနပြောတယ်ကျွန်တော်ပြောစစ်တဲ့ပြောတော့ကျွန်တော်စိုက်ခံလေးအခြေအစစိုက်ခံလေးကျွန်တော်ရှမ်းပြည်စိုက်ခံလေးဒီဆိုတော့ဆက်စုထားတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီပြောစစ်လေးပတ်သက်တဲ့အချင်းလေးနော်ဒီတော့စစ်လေးကစားတယ်ဒီလိုစားချက်ကိုပေါ်လာတဲ့အချင်းလေးပေါ့နော်တချင်းတစ်ဘောကတောင်မီရဲ့အခြားတစ်မျက်နှာတောင်မီရဲ့အခြားတစ်မျက်နှာနဲ့တိတ်တယ်ပေါ့တချို့လူတွေကြားမှာပေါ့ဒီတချင်းတစ်ဘောကအနည်း40ကျော်လာပါပြီခုတိတ်ပြရပါလဲဆိုရင်ရှမ်းပြည်နယ်မှာလူတွေကကောင်းတာလေးတွေပေါ်ရှင်စရာလေးတွေတွေ့ဒီတော့အထူးသဖြင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရုံပေါ်မှာနေတဲ့လူတွေအခုတို့သိပြီမြေပြတ်မှာလည်းသူတို့စဉ်းစားနေရတယ်။ကောင်းမွန်ရဲ့အခြားတစ်မျိုးတွေမိလောင်တိုက်ပေးခံရတာနော်။အဲ့ဒါကောင်းမွန်ရဲ့အခြားတစ်မျိုးတွေအချင်းစာသားပါလား။နောက်တစ်ပုဒ်ကျွန်တော်ဆိုမှာဝေတောင်တန်းစီတို့တချင်းတို့ဝေတောင်တန်းစီတို့တချင်းတို့ကလည်းစာရေးဆရာစိုက်ကကလေးတချင်းဆရာဆက်ဆုပ်ထားတဲ့ဟာပါပဲ။ဒီလိုစာချုပ်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ကြည့်တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲတတိမတီတဲ့လူရှိတယ်။တတိမတီတဲ့လူတွေရှိတဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ခု55နှစ်တိုင်တယ်အခုကျွန်တော်တို့တိုက်ခိုက်နေရဆိုဖြစ်ပါတယ်။အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်အချင်းတော်နည်းနည်းလေးအေးစစ်စစ်လေးတော့မသိပြီးတော့မဟုတ်ပါဘူး။ကျွန်တော်တို့နားမထောင်တဲ့လူတွေများပါလို့အဲ့ဒါစာတော့ရှင်းရတယ်နော်။ကျွန်တော်တို့တာဝန်ရဲ့အခြားတစ်မျိုးမှာချုပ်ပြီးပြည်စုံပါလို့ပြောတယ်ပြည်စုံတယ်ပါလေ။တောင်ပေါ်ရဲ့ခြားတယ်ဒါယာတီရှိတော်ဒီကိုရာဒီစာပီဒီလေရှမ်းမာလီဒီရှမ်းI got it, Jesus, You got me, every time you're don't believe, try to tell me why. I see my teacher, he's ready to get up your fiancé, oh, you got me. This is ကြီးနဲ့တွေ့ရတာဆိုတော့ဘာလို့လဲ
အခုမှတကယ်ပထမကျွေးပူလေးချစ်ထား
ဒီကောင်တန်းစီကိုချင်းလို့ပါဒီလိုဖြစ်တဲ့ဒီလိုဖြစ်တဲ့ဟာမြေကြောင်လေးဒီလိုကိုမြေရောက်တဲ့သူလေးဒီကောင်တန်းရဲ့ကိုချင်တော့နေ
Ayero!
ဟုတ်ကဲ့